I had a large group of people that worked for me as well. Many of them were in revenue-producing jobs. Their positions brought in revenue to the company. And that's critical, right? Without the revenue producers, nobody that works there is able to put food on the table for their family. So I spent a lot of my day with that group. And over the years, we created kind of a guideline, almost a script that they all used to present their ideas, to try to sell products or services. And through trial and error, we fine-tuned the script over the years. And this is what happened with every company that I've ever known with that group of people. 30% of that group generally make 70% of the money. A small portion of those people, even though the entire group is saying the same words, makes the majority of the money. Why is that? Right? They're saying the same words. Well, it's exactly how you say the words. It's how you express the words. It's your nonverbals. It's persuading someone, being able to persuade. Excellent communication skills does not do that justice. It's being able to persuade. And after I sold my business, I went back to school, got my master's in communication, and started studying persuasion. I had already done a lot of that, and then I started studying it. And I'm going to quote somebody that whenever I say his name, I laugh because I can't imagine that I would ever quote a guy named Aristotle. If you'd have known me in high school, you would have never thought I would be doing that. But Aristotle was the first person that started to understand how people were persuaded. There's three things: ethos, pathos, and logos. And this is what I want you to do. Think about yourself. How are you persuaded? Is this how you're persuaded? Ethos, the number one thing. The person speaking to you has to be credible. You have to believe in them. That's why Nike pays LeBron James and Michael Jordan before him the millions of dollars. They are credible. That's ethos. Pathos, the second thing. You have to have an emotional connection with that person. What does that mean? You have to have the same goals, the same background. That person can tell you stories that you can relate to. Pathos is difficult to train somebody to understand. That's the most difficult aspect in getting somebody to learn to persuade. Pathos. Finally, logos. Logos is logic. Once you've established credibility, once you have the same goals as somebody, then they can start telling you about some statistics, some data. You'll believe them. Maybe the cost of something. And it's in that order that Aristotle, thousands of years, said that's how you persuade somebody. Fast forward to today. That was how we wrote the script. That is the script that we followed. It was exactly in that order through trial and error. So why am I on this rant? Persuasion. The next person that's about to speak, I've met a lot of successful people. He has the ability to persuade more than anybody I have ever met in my life. He's the type of guy, if he's on your basketball team and you've got 3 minutes left and you're down by 20, he will convince you that you can still win. And he doesn't doubt it. He believes you will still win. That's the type of person that, as an employee, you don't work for. That's the type of person you work with. He tells you the goals of his company, and you want to go there with him. It's a lot different. All right? So I want to introduce you to Mark Alfieri.